It's never easy when you find out that a family member has wronged someone else, especially when someone has died over it.
After 36 years, cold case solved. DNA from the scene linked Frank Rodriguez to the death of a 65-year-old Boise woman back in 1987. Good evening, I'm Shira Matsuzawa. Thank you for joining us here on the News at 10. And solving this case took a big team from several different states. News Channel 7's Abby Davis talked with a Washington-based forensic genealogist who worked on this case. Abby, what went into finding Joyce Casper's murderer?
Well, Shira, Boise Police preserved DNA found at the crime scene in 1987, something forensic genealogist Lisa Lewis says is impressive considering people didn't really know how to keep DNA fresh and safe back then. Decades later, that DNA made its way to Lewis. A cold case no longer. Solved by the Boise Police Department and forensic genealogists like Lisa Lewis.
When I'm working on this, I feel very driven, almost like Joyce was here with me the whole time.
Lewis works for Identifinders.
We contract with law enforcement and medical examiners' offices all over the country and the world to solve cold cases using DNA.
Lewis says she started her research for Joyce Casper's case in October 2021, more than 30 years after Casper was found dead in her car on the Boise bench. Detectives at the time found evidence that Casper had been abducted outside of her business in the early morning hours, sexually assaulted, and killed. In a news release on Friday, Boise Police said Frank Rodriguez is responsible. Rodriguez died in 2007. Lewis says she gave detectives his name after looking at genetic databases.
GEDmatch and Family Tree DNA have an option for people to opt in or opt out of law enforcement sharing. When they do opt in, I see their name. I see only as much information as they're willing to share.
In this case, Lewis says that information helped her narrow down possible suspects.
I build a tree based on who is related to the sample I'm working with. I work down their family history to see who was living in the right place at the right time and was in the correct age range to be either the unknown person that we found or the person who may have committed a crime.
Lewis says having BPD confirm that person was Rodriguez meant a lot.
I thought of Joyce. I mean, she was a strong businesswoman at a time when that wasn't really common. From what I've read, she was a leader and a mentor. She was a woman that I wish I had known. And it felt really good to think that Joyce's family might get some peace.
Because it took many experts over the course of many decades to finally get some answers.
I felt honored to be able to help her with that.
Although Rodriguez died in 2007, BPD says it's working with other law enforcement agencies around the country to see if he is connected to any other unsolved investigations. BPD is also holding a news conference on Sunday afternoon, so Shira will likely learn some new information about this case then.
Yeah, no doubt a lot of people are looking forward to that and the new answers that may come from there as well. All right, thanks, Abby.